be fun to try and break balance. So the way you want to break balance is to have a lot of artifact mana. You can also have cards like Suran Orb, sack all your lands, and it's sort of like an Armageddon. So it's just a fine card in a control deck, because maybe you have like a Planeswalker and it doesn't affect Planeswalkers, and then your opponent has to sacrifice creatures. So like if you can go Jace the Mind Sculptor into a balance, that works out pretty good. Alright, so now there's Strip Mine to go with balance. So that could also work in an artifact deck. Maybe you can also play balance with like Crucible of Worlds and Suran Orb. I can maybe also see like a green-white deck with Curse of Kruphix, Oracle of Muldiah, Strip Mine, try to break balance that way. In either case, there isn't anything here that's particularly good in like a blue-white control deck anyway, so I might as well take this Strip Mine. And there is Crucible of Worlds now, and I should probably just take it here. Not giving up on much. There is like a Restoration Engine if I were to want to be harder on the controlling side, but I think taking Crucible now is both a combo with Strip Mine and balance, because if you get like the Suran Orb I was talking about, you can just sack all your lands and then you can start replaying them, and sort of like an Armageddon. Also works with fetch lands. So I'm gonna take Crucible here and see where we go. You don't have to be blue-white in this style of deck. You can also sometimes be red-white. But there is now a Hallowed Fountain. It's also Triplicate Titan. If you want to tinker into play, I guess you can also sneak it into play. Everflowing Chalice is a mana ramp card, but it's not one of the best ones. And there's also a lot of other cards like that. Solemn works somewhat with balance, because you can play it and sort of force your opponent to go wider. You can just jump block with it. You can take Hallowed Fountain though, and just pick up a nice mana fixer here in a pretty weak pack. Alright, so now let's Showdown of the Skalds. Maybe I can be like red-white control. Usually isn't very good. Voice of Resurgence, Scrapwork Mutt. Also these cards are not particularly good. Maybe I can be black-white. Tomb to Torak, which is a hard card to use. Maybe I do take Showdown of the Skalds here and see where I go. Now there is Serda, which I can't really companion because of Crucible. Doesn't seem like that would work too good. There's Life from the Loam, which is another way to abuse Strip Mine and maybe balance. Maybe I should just take that as some sort of weird green-white deck. Burn Titan and Karmic Guide are just fine, so it's Relic Warder. And that's not even that good of a combo with balance, because you sometimes just have to sacrifice that. Yeah, just take Life on the Loam here, and maybe I can be like a land stick. Now there is Sevin's Reclamation, pretty good combo with Strip Mine, because you can return Strip Mine, and then when you flash it back you get 2 cards back. You can't of course get 2 Strip Mines, but I think that is pretty good here. And there is Touch of the Spirit Realm Relic, Grave Titan, Thragtusk. I think a card like this could use a Graveyard Hate card. It's not a great combo with Crucible, but you're not always going to draw them insane. And you can also maybe play some cards before you crack the Relic. Right, Weathered Wayfarer is certainly a fine card here. If you're on the draw, you can like fish up a Strip Mine. There's also Thespian Stage, which would be very good if I end up with Dark Depths. And I think that Thespian Stage is more important than Weathered Wayfarer. Weathered Wayfarer is fine, but I think I'd rather take Thespian Stage because I'm pretty good, well set up to do like a Dark Depths combo. You can maybe play like Life from the Loam. Alright. Guess we can take Scrubland here just in case. And Yona, if I were to go some sort of Reanimator, which I very much doubt, it would be better to take Green Sun's and Solemn Wheel, nice, better than Usher. Not sure what exactly I'm doing here, but there is Karmic Guide. I guess that's a pretty good sign. And a Seeker's Shark. Maybe I'm like green-white lands. I don't know. Don't really know. I'm definitely white, but probably more likely to be green-white than red-white. This card is not. It basically is a draw, situational draw 4. You have to play all the cards. But the second ability doesn't seem like it's gonna do much. Oh, there is Time Walk. And Armageddon. And Dark Depths. But I'm gonna try and wheel Dark Depths. No one took Thespian Stage. So I think I'm just gonna abandon the other cards. Time Walk is just that good. And I don't have too many playables, but Time Walk is just too good. I can hopefully wheel Dark Depths. And I have a Hallowed Fountain to go with my Time Walk. Right, so it can't return Strip Mine, which is not so good. Don't like these other cards too much though. Mystical Tutor can find Time Walk, Balance, or Sevin's Reclamation. Maybe that's just good enough. I mean, it's not even that bad with Balance because you are losing a card, so your opponent has to discard a card. So yeah, I'm gonna take Mystical Tutor. Looks like it's gonna be good. And here I'm gonna take Swords to Plowshares. Extremely good creature interaction. The Lurrus. Sure. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to companion it, I don't think. Because I think Crucible and Solemn are good. But I could maybe cut Crucible, but it does rebuy Strip Mine, I think. No, it doesn't. Okay. And it doesn't replay Relic either. I think I still take it because I might pick up some good cards. And there isn't anything here that's that good. Alright, we have Soul Herder. No combos just so yet. Trinket Mage does only find Relic. Spell Pierce for interaction. Phyrexian Metamorph. Having a Spell Pierce is pretty important. There's Tundra, which I guess I need less when I have Hallowed Fountain. Shard of Course or Thieving Skydiver. I think a card deck like this could use Thieving Skydiver. Steal your opponent's artifacts so your balance becomes better. Both cards you could replay with Lurrus. And there's a Suspicious Stowaway, which is a little bit of a combo with Crucible. You can start discarding lands and get them back. But I think I'm just gonna take a Planeswalkers here. Planeswalkers are good with balance because they're not affected. Now Gideon, of course, does make creatures, which kind of goes against balance, but that's okay. And Flicker Wisp or Qatar Command. I think Flicker Wisp is slightly better, even though Qatar Commando is better with Lurrus. But and Dark Depths Wheels, awesome. Gonna take it over Armageddon. Too bad about that Weather Wayfarer. It was in the same pack as what was it? Oh yeah, it was in the same pack as Thespian Stage, so there was no way I was gonna get the combo plus Weather Wayfarer. Right, this is fixing. Unfortunately, it doesn't bring back non-lands, which means it's probably worse than just a land. Karmic Guide is Probably not good enough. So this is the kind of deck that can do the Dark Depths combo several times if you absolutely need to, with the help of Crucible and Divin's Reclamation, getting the lands back. You take Temple Garden to splash life from the loam, but I think March of Otherworldly Light is a fine interaction card. It's a little clunky, but does solve some of your problems. Batterskull, if I end up with Stoneforge. I don't think Parallax Wave is that good. And Otawara is okay. I guess it's a good land to channel with Crucible. Intrepid Adversary. And I will the other Gideon. I think it's a little weaker than the first one. Oh, Black Lotus. Well, hello there. Makes lures better. Can turbo out some of my cards. Maybe I play the Elspeth now. Hopefully wielding Stoneforge. But we shall see. Ephemerate. Not so good. Masters is good, but I don't think I want to splash it. May just take Sun Titan, play it over Elspeth. And Sheldock Isle. And cards that are worse than it. I think Knight could have been a decent splash, but we're not great at enabling Sheldock, but that is okay. We are back, and I think that Color Complete and Lion Sash could work with the Stoneforge I'm probably wheeling. And I think of those cards I'd rather have the Lion Sash, because I already have an expensive good target for the Stoneforge, and then Lion Sash is just a cheaper one. You don't have to treat Dark Depths as a spell in this deck, because it doesn't tap for mana. You can't really count it as a land. And Hard Evidence or Elspeth Conquers Death. Also Talisman, which is mana fixing, but I'm pretty good on that. It's also Ramp, I suppose. I'm gonna take Elspeth Conquest. That's pretty nice with Flicker Wisp, because Flicker Wisp can blink Elspeth and do the thing again, as well as Elspeth Conquest that can get back Flicker Wisp, and that's pretty good. Right. Steel Seraph or Kitchen Finks for the sideboard. Also Venser, I guess. I think Venser could be decent here. Maybe bounce your opponent's land. That could be decent. Don't need bad mana fixing in Mana Confluence. Blade Unbinding is not a good card in this deck, even though I could make it cheaper with the help of Rogue Troll and maybe play the Scrubland. I think that a Miscalculation is a fine card. I think Stoneforge is in the next pack. I could take Golos to fish up Strip Mine, but I'm not gonna have an easy time to activate it. I basically need Black Lotus to activate Golos. Just Scrubland in my sideboard, I suppose. Crew of the Guard doesn't seem good though. I'll just take it. Here's the Stoneforge. I almost thought I was gonna win that, since no one was interested in the Batterskull or the other cards. I think it's gonna be a good card here. Let's assume that Dark Depths is a spell and Black Lotus is a spell. Then I have enough lands. I need to cut one card. Maybe Mystical is not necessary. I generally don't like those cards. Or putting yourself down a card, and it's not even that Mystical for Time Walk is that crazy. But Good cut. Adversary seems a little out of place in this deck. Not a horrible card just because it's a pretty good against aggressive starts, but maybe there is something better. I still don't think Ephemerate is that good. It blinks Flicker Wisp, Venser, Solemn, but Sun Titan, Stoneforge, none of which seems that good. I mean, the fact that Golos gives me maybe it's better than Adversary just because it does also help me find one part of the Dark Depths combo. So I might not be able to activate it, but like this, I could replace a Plains with Scrubland so I can activate Golos easier, but this clan can then give me red, but I still have a problem with getting green. I don't think it's worth to play Mana Confluence just so I can activate Golos. This seems too bad. I'm just gonna maybe do it once in a while with like a Black Lotus. And it's possible I don't need Relic main deck because I already have Lion Sash, and it also kind of ruins my plan. So maybe I'll play like maybe I will play Adversary. It's just a fine card against aggressive decks. Alright, so I'm playing 18 lands, but one of them is Dark Depths, which isn't really a land. Alright. Is my reaction to this hand. I do have double white. I do have some cards to play. Yeah, sure, I'll keep this. Maybe I can go beat down, like turn on Skydiver, turn 2 Skydiver, turn 3 Lures, and I have Reclamation to get them all back. If we're playing like a regular limited set, I would be much more excited about this hand. Because this doesn't feel like a cube hand, more like a Lord of the Rings draft. A little too powerful. Maybe like feels more like a Modern Masters opening. So you can't flicker with Thieving Skydiver and steal something because it wasn't kicked if you blink it. But maybe I can find some good ways to abuse the Skydiver. There is Golos. So do I play Flicker Wisp or Lures? I think I play Lures just because I kind of want to get some value of the Flicker Wisp in one way or another, and maybe I can attack with Lures, trade it off, and get it back. It's not the best Lures you've ever seen. But so the stowaway usually means Reanimator, but you can also play it like a kind of a value card. It is a card I can also maybe reset with Flicker Wisp. I think you can do that. Because it's gonna flip back to the day side if you blink. Card's Blade Splicer, so that's interesting. Could have played it this turn. And Chrome Host Seed Shark. That's a good one. So if I want to attack, I need to blink that. I said that before I drew this. Now I can play this and attack with Lures. I think that's okay. Can't attack with the Skydiver though. Unfortunately, if my opponent starts making tokens with Chrome Seed Shark, my opponent would have to flip them before Balance can take them out. But Flicker Wisp could maybe exile some of them, or one of them, and then maybe another. But you have a lot of lifelink in play at least. if I get the Golos, what land do I get? Probably Strip Mine, but I could also maybe get one part from Dark Depths combo. But Strip Mine plus Reclamation could set my opponent back pretty hard. There's Smuggler's Copter, make a 2/2. Incubate. I could attack with Adversary though, and if my opponent trades for it, I can play it with Lurrus. And Selfless Spirit, okay. And some looting. I think you should attack before planning out your turn, because what if you draw something you want to play? But... Ooh, that's pretty good. All right, so let's start by... Do I attack with Lurrus here? I don't think so. My opponent can... Or I could do it and... Yeah. Because I can get it back with Reclamation. I'll trade for a card either way. Okay. Oh yeah, my opponent 2 wants me here. That's pretty bad. Maybe I shouldn't have. That was a little hasty. Should have not attacked with both. Oh well, I can still hold on. Time walk here. There's a land, so I can go Golos or Reclamate back Lurrus, play Adversary. Kind of like Golos, because then I can Flicker Wisp it and get both halves of the Dark Depths combo. So I get Thespian stage first. Unfortunately, I can't really make a 20/20 next turn because the land comes into play tapped. So even if I Flicker Wisp, oh, actually I can, because this card is still untapped. I haven't played with too many of these cards in a while. I haven't played Golos plus, oh, there goes Golos. Oh, okay, well, there goes that plan. Fortunate, but not taking too much damage. I'm only taking 6. But my opponent is looting a lot. The answer is not terrible. Start by attacking. See what happens. Let's Reclamate Lurrus then. Replay the Adversary. I could Flicker Wisp Adversary and pay to bump up my team, but I feel like I have better things to do with Flicker Wisp. Yeah, it was a little stupid of me to just attack right into Selfless Spirit. But... Alright, what has intrepid adversary of their own. And pay once. Sure. Problem for my opponent is that you can't really attack into adversary because I'm gaining 3 life and I can replay it with lures. Maybe even make all my stuff bigger. So I think my opponent's only gonna attack me in the air here. Or with unblockable cards. Would be my guess. So I take... Oh, okay. Don't understand this play, but I'll take it. I'll block Lauren. Time twist. Alright, I'll block like this, and this doesn't seem particularly profitable for my opponent, unless you got a Swords of Plowshares for lures. But I don't know, it seems not great. Now I can also pump up my team if I want to. I'm not sure I'll do, but one card left. Alright, I think land and play the adversary. Question is, do I want to pay or do I want to hold up Venser? I think I want to hold up Venser. It's very suspicious, of course, but Grieve. So I can Venser Reprieve, but that seems like it's better just to replay it. Now I can pay, or I can pay Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp killing like a token. I think it's better to play Flicker Wisp. And kill a 3/3. Gain a lot of life. Can also trade if I can with Flicker Wisp and get it back. I'd like to get back 2 cards, but we'll see. I think my opponent should stop attacking on the ground though. But of course my opponent can do whatever he wants, but it doesn't seem like it's profitable when I got lures and even reclamation. Yes, my opponent do gain 4 life here. Which I guess could be important. Oh, okay, now it makes more sense. Now my opponent can pump up the Intrepid Adversary, gain 7 life, and fly over. But there isn't much I can do about it. Maybe next turn I can like Venser mid-combat. No, my opponent made a 1/1, I guess a 2/2 with the adversary. That surprised me. I think my opponent was just gonna fly over and gain 7 life. I don't think it's worth the jump with Flicker Wisp though. Right now Flicker Wisp has a clear attack. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why my opponent wanted to trade for a card that comes back, but I'll take the trade again. It also means I'm not taking that much damage. I'm only taking 2 here. Ooh, that's a good roll. So I can just bounce my opponent's things and kill. No, I can't because of Smuggler's Copter. Let's start by sourcing the adversary. Well, I can't kill my opponent because of Copter. But I can be in a pretty good shape. One squeezes it back to being the regular size. I think I'll probably change my mind mid-combat. Bounce the copter. This is not playing optimally here. Sure. Adversary. Question is, do my opponent have time to flip all the incubate tokens up? Hopefully not, but also my opponent is down to 12 cards in the deck, which could matter if you're looting every turn. Cards Brainstorm and Elite Spellbinder. None of those cards are that good right now. I will have to give my opponent that. As long as Lurrus stays in play, I just don't see myself losing this game. But we shall see. Let's block like this, I think. Play the copter and be able to crew it, but I can replay Adversary and then kick it and then oust. Okay. So my opponent discarded copter. Okay. So Lurrus is back for now. So if I play Solemn, I shuffle away Lurrus. That doesn't seem great. Kinda wanna play Lurrus next turn. So how about I kill Elspeth? There you go. It means this flips, but what are you gonna do? I want to shuffle away Lurrus. Be a super important piece in this game. But I did get rid of the Planeswalker. So I take 8, go down to 14. Draws a card. Down to 8 cards in deck. Alright, let's see if Lurrus resolves. At the very least, I'm gonna get to flip back this if that matters. Because if my opponent counters lures, I can play Solemn. Also, I can reclamate back lures next turn, as well as the adversary straight up. Okay, well, I'll play the adversary now. Kick it once. And we'll go from there. 35th on lures, sure. Does make a incubate token, but right now we do have a lifelinking blocker on the ground. We're to the point that if my opponent has an answer for Intrepid Adversary, I could maybe die. I'm attacking for 7 here, so my opponent needs something here. I could just flash in Brazen Borrower, but I don't mind that because that gives me another card to get back to Proclamation. And this forces also a trade. It means that I'm less likely to take lethal. 6, 7, 9, 10. I'm only taking 10 if my opponent removes the adversary. 1, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, because this flips back. Okay. Sure. Gaining 1 life. Okay. Let's lead with lures again. Force of Will, sure. So now we'll get a 5/5, but I get to flashback Civilians Reclamation, get back Flicker Wisp and lures. Flicker Wisp probably kills the 5/5 here. I mean, okay, I spent 2 mana to flip it up, so I should probably do that. And then I'll attack for 2. Matter if you flip it up. The Wayfarer flips back again, which better than not. This is a long match, time-wise. Narset, okay. Doesn't do much, but my opponent gets to look at the entire deck. I mean, the passive doesn't do much, but now I understand why my opponent's playing Time Twister. It's a very good combo with Narset. But gets Teferi, okay. That's a way to not deck, by the way. I think I'm just gonna kill my opponent in the air here, but Teferi is a way that you're not gonna deck. You can -3 on itself. But my bot needs to minus Teferi here, I think, unless you want to die to flyers, but you're still dead to flyers if you tuck Flicker Wisp. So I can just attack my opponent here. Alright, so blue-white stuff. Keep creatures and some planeswalkers, some counter spell as well. Yeah, I think we could. Don't see what card I want to bring in anyway. Alright. Very powerful hand. Problem is, what do I do with it? Because I have Black Lotus and Time Walk, but I don't only have one land that creates colorless, so I'm not sure. I could also go turn one Gideon. Yeah, sure, I'll probably keep it because of that. But it's not the best hand I've ever seen. But I think a turn one Gideon should probably win the game. Oh, there's Force of Will. Okay, that's a problem. I need to draw like a land. Funny thing, I don't even want to draw Dark Depths with this hand. There's an island. So here's the thing. I want to save Thieving Skydiver so I can steal Copter. I don't think Thieving Skydiver does much here, so I'm just going to Time Walk. To find more lands. There's lands. I think I'm gonna just pass here. I could also copy the planes, which is kind of fun with Vespian Stage if I don't need to Spell Pierce. I'm gonna obviously Spell Pierce on ours, but I want to save Thieving Skydiver to counter like yeah, some balance would be a way to get rid of Selfless Spirit, but does not get rid of Copter, unfortunately. So we could be in a little bit of trouble here, but we have white mana now at least. Better Skull, that's not what I wanted to draw. We have Lion Sash. Have Spell Pierce at the ready. I cannot counter that. My opponent probably exiles Thieving Skydiver here is my guess, because Thieving Skydiver stealing the Copter seems like my best way to come back in the game. And making Skydiver cost 4 means it's gonna take 6 mana. But takes balance, okay. Sure. Take 5. Alright, that's nice. I'm gonna go steal the Copter. Yeah, might as well attack for 1. You don't have to keep the Skydiver for still have the creature. I might as well just trade here. Okay, so I could cast Balance, but would lose a land and 2 cards from hand, and my opponent would only sacrifice 1 creature, so probably better just to play Batterskull here. Ready to crew the Copter. Oust. Sure. I still keep the Batterskull in play so I can equip the Lion Sash. Not too bad. Also gain 3 life. Okay, let's here. Do I want to activate its ability or do I want to keep open spell? But I think I want to keep open Spell Pierce. I don't need this to be larger because I can't see my opponent trading with everything. 4, 5. Because you can't sacrifice Selfless Spirit and still kill the Lion Sash. I think it's a pretty favorable trade for me to kill the Seed Shark and the Selfless Spirit. I can also just jump. Not a winning proposition, no. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's worth spell piercing that. But if nothing else, it takes my opponent towards action. Want to get a free for Incubator. But now this Batterskull just dominate the game, I think. Also start activating the Lion Sash. I want to play Gideon and emblem it. Don't think it's gonna do much more. Yeah. Just to start going to town with the Lion Sash. Also this way I can keep open mana to bounce Batterskull. So I guess I'll with all my white here. And I have mana to bounce Batterskull if I need to. Because I don't see how I lose this. Maybe like a Teferi. But problem is, what needs 2 more lands. And there goes 1. Probably not passing balance this game, but yes, if my opponent goes nuts with the Incubate token, I could. That was a good draw. Fantastic draw. Now I can protect myself from the fear, which is the main card for me to lose. Some more life here. I think I don't need to activate it more. I kind of want to keep my own stuff. Also, I don't gain any life this time. think this is have the game on lockdown though. I want to make some sham blockers, but I'm at 27. I'm gonna go even higher. Loran. So that does kill my Lion Sash. I cannot count it. I mean, if my opponent slams Teferi, that could be bad, but if I allow this, I'm gonna be delayed so much. Because I would have to bounce Batterskull and replay it, and I might not even have mana for it. I think this is bad. It also forces a sham block with Siege Shot. Oh, we'll play Gideon though. Make an ally. Copter. I think my opponent should have not taken balance with the Spellbind. I should have just taken Skyline. Alright. No, the fear is not gonna do much. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a good thing that Narset is gone. I get some cards. Sure. Yes. We'll play Black Lotus. On top there, so it's even hard. Why? Yeah. Into Mystic. I draw Strip Mine or Thespian Stage. That'll be great. My opponent has Strip Mine for my Hallowed Fountain. Well, then I'm gonna have to play Crucible. I'm definitely gonna get Batterskull over Lion Sash here. Almost always do that unless you for a fact know you're playing against a Reanimator. So next turn I could either play Dark Depths and then still put in the Batterskull. And then if I top the Thespian Stage, that's great. Or I can just play a regular land. And I think I'm just gonna play a regular land. Let's see if Stoneforge putting in Batterskull is good in Cube as it was in Legacy. Or maybe still is. I don't play that much Legacy anymore. Basically nothing. My opponent. Okay, my opponent wants to duress me. Or not duress, like take an insult to sorcery. And I have nothing, so that's great. I mean, it doesn't. Killing Stoneforge, it doesn't do anything, so I understand why my opponent didn't do it. That was pretty good for me, though. Swords. I should just play on play Solemn here. Can't play Flickerwisp anyway. There's some nice things you can do with Flickerwisp and Batterskull. You can reset the germ. If my opponent kills the germ, you can get a new one. Also, Flicker Stone Forge to get my Lion Sash, or I can just flicker like a Solemn to get another land. First, my opponent needs to deal with my stuff. Wrath of God wouldn't be that bad for me here. I can just draw a card of Solemn and reset with Flicker Wisp. There's Ursa, okay. Might wanna. I could either plow Ursa or Flicker Wisp the token. I feel like it's. I can tap for blue with Ursa. Okay, Spell Pierce. So. I'm just gonna Swords Ursa here. I think that the Construct not gonna do too much. Sure, draw card. Planes. Here I should have probably played Dark Depths actually. I was a little bad. Lose. Because if I draw Thespian Stage next turn, I don't really need a land. Oh well. So I'm gonna Spell Pierce this. My opponent could pay with Lion's Eye, but you have to discard your entire hands. The fear would have been pretty good. Could have bounced maybe the Jar, but then I had so much. I don't think. I mean, maybe if my opponent's got some flashback card like Echo of Eons, you can argue that you can crack the Lion's Eye here. Who knows? Oh, could have played that first. And could have played that first. Oh well. Right, now I'm gonna play Dark Depths. So do I want to Flicker Wisp first? No, I don't think so. We're going for lethal in the 2 turns, but I think it's gonna. So if my opponent has a sweeper, I can still replay. Bounce Bear is going to replay it. So I'm setting up for lethal next turn. We'll start manually remove the ice counters. Ah. Intriguing. Oh, there, my opponent has Echo Wheels. Okay. Sure. Yeah. See. So my opponent is some sort of storm deck. I'm not sure what the Tide Taker is all about. But... oh well. Probably should cycle the Triumph here. I can. That's better than removing an ice count from Dark Depths. Ooh. Okay. Let's start by casting Lotus. And Spectre Conqueror's Death. What is dead? Yeah. Okay, so some sort of Echo of Eons deck. I should probably bring in Relic. I think that could be worth it. And what card is bad? I like Balance. I think, because my opponent could maybe ramp and then I can get some lands. Yes, Conquest is basically just displays your kitten, it seems like. But maybe that's good enough. Maybe March, but I guess Elspeth Conquest also kills Ursa. I kind of want adversary to put some pressure on. Maybe Golos is a little too slow here. Just seems tapping 5 mana to 2-drop a land. I don't think the game's gonna come down to that. Sure. I'll try and Stoneforge again. We get Soundtide. It's better than Black Lotus. The way I envision Shelldock to go off is in a super late game end. And you'd rather have Soundtide than a Black Lotus, as strange as that sounds. Better school it up here. Even though Lion Sash may do some good graveyard hating, I think that it's a little mana intensive and Magical just kills your opponent so much faster, you know. Right. Not play Dark Depths. Okay. It's like the old good old days. So next turn, what do? I could play Gideon, but then I don't have Spells Pierce ready. Which I kind of want. Oh, that's probably a good hedge. So now if I can play a land and pass, and if opponent doesn't play into Spell Pierce, I can play Venser, like bounce a land or Jace. Seems like a good hedge. Enabling my Shelldock though, Jace. But has also got rid of 3 lands, so probably don't need. His balance is not so good though. I think I have to play Venser. I can't just waste 4 mana. Well, it has 3 cards. Okay, it's not gonna resolve. It's gonna go on top if I want to. I don't think I do. I think I put it on the bottom. I just don't think it's very good here. Crucible doesn't do anything. So, I guess so. You know, I feel like this is. I need to put some more pressure here, I think. Otherwise, my opponent just gets too much time. I would have wanted to Spell Pierce that. Now my opponent can kill Gideon. But also gets to flip Jace and Time Warp again. Yeah, that was bad for me. Oh well. It felt like I couldn't really afford to pass the turn and do nothing. Just take a couple of extra turns here. But at the very least, Time Warp costs a lot of mana to cast. So. And it will be gone after this. So if my opponent has a great 2 mana play here, or maybe 1 mana if you don't have a land, then I might be in trouble. But right now, I can still win this game. Turn. But this will hopefully be the last extra turn. Go on some planeswalker hunting next turn. Or not. Alan still doesn't do much attacking. Why not protect the fear? I'm at 26. Let's see. I can now also cast Shell card under Shelldock, but it doesn't bring back anything. So let's start by killing Teferi. I can't really understand why my opponent allowed Teferi to die. Alright, so I can Sun Titan with Spell Pierce backup. Oh, it got. Oh, but. Until your next turn, but. Oh, okay, I see. It's just me being stupid. Well, that was a little silly, I guess, but. Conquers Death, the. Oh, my opponent has his Spell Pierce, okay. Alright, things are looking worse now. So the thing is that if my opponent vindicates Shelldock, I can replay it with Crucible, hopefully. Okay, my opponent is not playing a combo deck, doesn't look like. I'm not even sure you can cast. I'm not even sure you can cast a card of Shelldock when Teferi is in play, but we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, okay, so I can't cast it because of Teferi. Alright, I will just concede. Alright. Hive Taker might be better than Intrepid Adversary from what I saw. Not a great hand, but I think it's keepable. The source is pretty good against like Jace or Ursa or Displacer Kitten. Sure. Okay, I can't Swords that because I don't have the mana. Now it's kind of annoying. And my opponent doesn't get a 1. Alright, there's a card I would have rather Swords, but they don't always have it. play it, I might top deck Strip Mine. And my opponent might also use a Spell Pierce here, because my opponent doesn't know if that my hand has no combos. Looks like I'm getting no. Okay. Edgelands are nice with Jace. Pick of Eagles. Okay. That wasn't so bad for me because now Jace is also getting harder to flip. I unfortunately didn't find Strip Mine. So if I balance, my opponent loses Jace and I have to discard a card. But I do have Lurrus Black Lotus though. So let's see here. Let's start by casting Black Lotus. Then let's see, I'll red. I can cast balance. My opponent loses Jace and has to discard a card. I don't want to play a land because I don't want to lose. I don't think it's worth losing a land to make my opponent discard a card. Because while I can replay the land with Crucible, it sets me back a land. But maybe that's worth it when I have all this stuff going on. So maybe I play a land to make my opponent discard a card. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Okay. Let's cast balance. I have to do this before casting my creatures, of course, otherwise my opponent doesn't lose Jace. So my opponent has to discard 2 cards. Notice. Stoneforge. Get Lion Sash. I'd rather get Bear Skull though. Let's see if this is good enough. It's Judgment. Gets rid of Lurrus, I believe. Yeah. Oh, man. Not have any engine going on or planeswalker, so that time warp is not that bad for me. Time Twister. I think I may just activate Relic here. I don't want to shuffle back time warp today. March. Another street mine. Yeah, look at this spicy one. I think I should cast Elves to conquer Steph. I hope my bot doesn't have Spell Pierce. Does not have Spell Pierce, because you could have played it with the Ursa man. Alright. So my opponent has lost a lot of cards like Ursa, Mox Diamond, Time Warp, Council's Judgment, Jace, Echo of Eons. Shouldn't have that much left, but has still Planeswalkers. Okay. Opponent missed again. I mean, killed Stoneforge, but I'm gonna get that back with Elves to conquer Steph, so not too worried. Also Flicker Wisp. So if I Flicker Wisp Elves conquer Steph, it's just gonna get exiled because my opponent fractured identity. So that works out for me. That's gotta be better than anything else. I don't want my opponent to loot something. That's not terrible either. Let's start by Flicker Wisp. I think it's best to get rid of this card. Then I can Seven's Reclamation or cast a Shelldock. I think at this point Shelldock looks very threatening. Maybe not. But Source is still nice. Maybe I can also reset Shelldock with Flicker Wisp at some point. So I could try. That's a good sign for me. It's Shelldock, okay. Well, and my Crucible is gone. I don't block here because no, I should. I was thinking about blocking so I could get back with Reclamation, but I can just play Solemn instead. I think I'm gonna start with Reclamation though. It's either Shelldock or Stoneforge. I think Shelldock is better here. And Sun Titan or Type. I think it's gonna be Sun Titan. Alright. And my bot's gotta have an answer for Sun Titan, I believe. Oh, here's the Fair, that's good, but if my bot doesn't have a counterspell for Sun Titan, I kinda like my spot. Also, Flicker Wisp pressures the Fair somewhat. Let's see, I might as well start with Shelldocking. I counterspell or not. Because now I think I might be able to kill Teferi. Lion Sash. Play Lion Sash. Configure. Oh man. Okay. Well, that does kill Flicker Wisp, doesn't it? Oh well. So I can strip mine or hold open mana for Lion Sash. I think I better Lion Sash. And I kinda wanna keep open. Can't do some reanimate things. This game is close now. Not sure who's gonna win it. But all has a Planeswalker and a Bowmaster. Might as well get out. I think taking out like Time Twisters is better. Don't need to take out a permanent here and getting rid of a draw seems like it's good. Opponent is a weird deck with a bunch of draw sevens and planes. Oh crap. Well, I get brutalized here for not removing Fractured Identity. But how was I supposed to know? I haven't seen Tamiyo. Yeah. I have to strip mine. That. Back Flicker Wisp. Get back strip mine. Exile Sun Titan. Gideon. And fight against two Planeswalkers. But okay, my opponent missed on the Tamiyo at least. It's down to 5 cards, but Teferi can still tuck away. And I think Lion Sash is coming up in like 2 turns. Maybe this turn. Oh, it's next turn, okay. It's gonna strip mine. Doesn't matter too much. Okay. What I'll do is try and kill Fury. And if I want to get back to Fury, okay, well, guess it didn't work. Alright. Play a Solemn. And I don't think I want to use it because I want to draw Lion Sash next turn. Ally. I was gonna have to tuck Teferi though pretty soon. Okay. Yeah, my opponent's got me here. What you can do now is blink Tamiyo infinite times, so I'll lose this game. Thank you for watching.